Good morning, 10th grade. My name is Scott Carpenter, and I am here to explain IB psychology to you as a category 3 choice. IB psychology, year one, we talk about and we explore what is often referred to as the core. The core is composed of three different approaches. You got the biological approach, sociocultural approach, cognitive approach, and these are just some of the subcategories covered underneath each of these approaches. The ones that are starred are the HL extensions. Those are specific to the HL students. So you'll see in biological, there's an extension of animal research, social, cultural, globalization, cognitive, the role of technology. Paper one or year one really is what composes paper one. And for HL and SL students taking psychology, a lot of times this course is actually taught as a combined course. And year one in IB psychology is pretty similar between SL and HL. One of the only differences is HL students will focus on these extensions, whereas the SL students are not responsible for knowing the topics listed as the extensions. We will also round out year one with a focus on the internal assessment. The internal assessment is essentially the SL and HL, the internal assessment is the same. It's completed in the data is collected as a group, and what happens is you test a theory that you'd like to test as it relates to something in psychology. So really what it is you replicate an experiment, you collect your data, and then you need to do an individual report, which is the write-up of the report. Year two, we actually finish up the internal assessment with the finishing and finalizing phases. And then we move into the paper two components. So for paper two, what happens is SL and HL. SL, you pick one of the optional choices, or I should say you are responsible for one of the optional choices here, which you see there are four. Everybody does abnormal psychology. So that ends up being the SL optional choice. And then HL, you have to do two. So SL and HL do abnormal psychology. And then once we finish abnormal psychology, SL, you're essentially done with the content of the course, and HLs will spend about a month and a half doing one additional unit of study, which often is, well, it would be one of these three. Seniors last year did developmental psychology. Seniors this year are doing health psychology, and the difference is they had the freedom to sort of pick the one that they wanted to focus on. So as a group, you pick it as a group. The other component of IB psychology, which runs really throughout the course, however, in year two we have a greater emphasis, is the paper three components, which is a look and a dive into quantitative and qualitative research. Which the way that works is they give the IB would give you a little write-up of a quantitative or a qualitative research study, and you need to analyze that write-up according to, there's three prompts that they're going to ask you. The prompts stay the same. The write-up actually changes depending on the year of the exam. So fun course. Students tend to really enjoy it. There's a lot to relate to. We have a lot of really good conversations. There's a lot of dialogue, a lot of discussion, but there's also a lot of reading and a lot of writing. So it is certainly also has its challenges, but I do hope you consider it, because it's a fun course take, fun course teach. So hope we see you in psychology next year.